All right, guys, what is going on? Welcome to the channel. This is my first actual live stream, I think, and we're reacting to an album today. Series of 6 songs, so a very small album, but an album nonetheless. And yeah, don't don't let me see. Can I share this with my people? Let me go find Twitch. Twitch profile. Can I share this? Do, 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 do. Share link. Why can I not? There it is. Share it to my Facebook. My feed. All right. We are set up. We are live. And it's been shared to my thing. So, uh, yeah. So we're reacting to an album, a video, and I'm excited because one of my brothers is one of the main vocalists on it, and one of the guys I know from church, Andrew, is producing and doing all the musical stuff. Justin's the vocalist. You can check both of their social medias out. I might link them down below. But we're doing a live stream on Twitch, and I'm going to be I'm gonna record it and post it on my YouTube channel as well. So if you can't stick around for the live, you can go check out on my YouTube channel, Curtis Adam. It's real simple, real easy. My name. And but yeah, let's get into this. 6 songs, and I'm gonna try not to be too interruptive, but I gotta give my honest thoughts and opinions. And yeah, maybe they're good, maybe they're bad. I don't know. But the first song we're gonna be listening to is "The Throne," and my brother Justin described this as punching the devil in the face or kicking him in the throat. I can't remember how it was, but it's a violent movement against the devil because it's letting him know that Jesus is still on the throne, and it's reminding everyone else that he's still on the throne. And if you don't know, well, you got no excuse not to know now because they're literally saying he's on the throne. So he goes into his throne first, and we'll get into it. Again, I'll try not to be too interrupty, but you know, I gotta react. Oh, and it's like a rock album. So I don't know if you were expecting something else, but definitely a rock album. Lots of guitar, lots of drum, lots of powerful vocals. It's good stuff. So if you haven't checked them out yet, go check them out. You can find them on Spotify and YouTube, anywhere you can find music. You can stream, download, etc. But yeah, let's get into it. All right. So honest thoughts and opinions. I love the build up right there. The crash wasn't as I thought it was gonna be more punchy when it came in. Still a good transition to the with the hi hats or cymbals, wherever they played towards the end of that up. But I was really hoping for like something really just some pounding. But let's get into it.
Voice like many waters, crashing tidal roar. The sound of the Almighty, something I can't ignore. 7 stars, His right hand, power on display. From His mouth, two-edged sword,
So it's funny to hear Justin sing these powerful rock vocals because if you know him, he's a worship. I'd say he's a worship leader, but he's on the worship team at our church, Legacy Faith Church, and you never hear him sing like this. He does a lot of like Brandon Lake style music, very upbeat, very like open with his vocals, and to hear him drop the octave and to deliver, a powerful, you know, punchy performance like this is it was very new, and I'll voice my concerns when we get back to the Light. It's the first song I heard from them. But it's just funny to hear like months later hear him polished. I'm assuming Andrew had a lot to do with helping him polish that up. But Justin's always been very good at vocals anyway. He's always been on the worship team forever. But yeah, it's funny hearing him say, and the lyrics are very powerful here because especially in this day and age, you can't ignore, what we're experiencing in the world. We're seeing a lot of evil, we're also seeing a lot of revival, a lot of good come out of the things we're going through. And, it's gotten to the point where the world is no longer ignoring. They're either siding with it or they're speaking against it. And, if you speak against it, you're speaking against, a very powerful movement, a very powerful king, that I serve, who is the king of heaven, not a king of this earth. Like moments like that are just like to see how far he's come, just from being that, I'm not saying he's not happy go lucky on these songs, but he's declaring war. He's declaring spiritual warfare and letting everybody know. He's not a god who's going to sit back and just allow his people to be overrun. He is on the throne. He's moving with authority, and you know he has decreed and declared that we should not be, you know, the fodder for the enemy, but we should be making the enemies our footstools. And to hear him, go from that real deep, like down in the, in the instrumentals to come up and rise over, like it's indicative of what we need to accomplish. It's okay that we're down here and we're going through it, but we need to make sure we're rising above and coming out of it to give God the glory, regardless of what we're going through, because He is still on the throne. Okay, so a lot of people might be saying, "Well, I mean, the lyrics are good, but you have to understand, the spiritual principle of what they're doing with this song, what they're doing with this whole album, because the word tells us that the God is moving to and fro throughout the land, seeking a man, whom He can trust, who He can trust to stand up, to build a wall, to stand on top of that wall and shout the things of the kingdom to those who are, willing to listen, and not even more than that, to shout it regardless of whether they want to listen. It's indicative of that thing where you hear pastors say, whether you're preaching to one or 10 or 100 or 1,000 or 10,000, your message should continue being just as strong for that one person as it is for those 10,000. Nothing should change between those amounts. And for these guys to take the time to use a medium they both enjoy, they both love, they both find enjoyment in, and to turn it into an engine for the kingdom is just fantastic. And the part coming up now, I don't think it was originally part of the song, but I think they redid it, and it's very powerful. I do believe it's Psalms 20, and just listen up. Hmm.
Now I know that the Lord saves his anointed. He will answer him from his holy heaven with the saving strength of his right hand. Some boast in chariots and some in horses. But we will boast in the name of the Lord our God. They have bowed down and fallen, but we have risen and stood upright. Save, O Lord! May the King answer us in the day we call. In the
Did you hear that crash at the end of that? Dun, 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 dun. I would have loved to have heard that at the beginning as well. I understand that Justin kind of comes in with the vocals really quick after that, and you kind of have to. But it'd been so awesome to have that crash at the beginning. But that's the crash I was looking for. Love that. Love the verse. Love everything. People put their hope in all these other things of the world, but you know, our hope is in Jesus because He is eternal. Those other things are going to wash away. The strongest weapon is going to rust and fall apart. But Jesus will not. His word will not. It will remain the same for eternity. Now that's the end of the song. There's still another like 20-second runoff or whatever. I think it's so powerful that, hey, what's going on, brother? I got it. Justin is watching. It's so powerful that the last thing you hear for the first song of this album. Whew, sorry guys, I Holy Spirit's, yeah, he's in the room. But for this first song to remind people, is this is a live stream, brother. This is me reacting to the entire album in one big live stream. Can you hear me? Is my volume on? Can you verify you can hear the stuffs? Um, but it's so powerful that the first song, which is, I don't know if I can hear this, is His Throne, which is, it's honestly, it's not my favorite song on the album, but it's such a statement piece because not only are you screaming quite literally at the top of your lungs that Jesus is on the throne. Okay, that's great. It's not too loud, is it? But also that you're letting people who don't want to hear it, you're letting people who do want to hear it, you're just letting people know, like, it doesn't matter what you think, it doesn't matter what you feel, it doesn't matter how pissed off or angry or happy you are, Jesus is still on the throne, and that's never going to change. And we need to be reminded of that day in and day out. It needs to be something that we take with us as soon as we get up. We remember Jesus on the throne this morning. No matter how bad my day was yesterday, God's on the throne today, and that's all that matters. So for that last, they didn't do some. They could have done a 20-second guitar run off, and it would have been awesome and great and fantastic. But to have the last words of the first song, sorry guys, but of the first song to um uh oh Lord, I know that was gonna get all emotional. For the last words of the song called His Throne to be Jesus on the throne for an album called Finding My Way Back is just bellissimo, perfect. This is a fantastic way to start the album off. And like I said, not my favorite song. Love the song in the gym when I'm getting ready to crack on my bench press. It came on. I think it came on last night, right around the time I was hitting. What was I hitting? I was hitting incline bench, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this is the song. This is the song for the incline bench." Hey man, you can do this, buddy. Thanks, brother. But that was his throne. Like I said, 20-second runoff is kind of lets the thing start, which I think is also good because "Holy Forever" is a very powerful worship song that we all know, and it's one of the cover songs. And I say cover very loosely because they cover the lyrics, but not the delivery and not the style. And I think they do a very powerful job of taking a song that is quite somber, it's quite mellow, quite sobering, and they take a song and they flip it and they make it an encourage again another song that's on my workout. And I don't we're listening to these guys just because they're my friends. Like you know I listen to it because it's good music, because it's encouraging music. But I've talked enough. Let's get into Holy Forever. And shout out to Andrew. The instrumentals on every one of these songs, even if I don't like the song in of itself, and it's not that I don't like it, it's just I just don't prefer it to some of the other songs. Like I prefer Rise Again, I prefer Finding My Way Back. They're my two favorite songs on the album. I listen to them every single day, and um, uh, the instrumentals on every song on this album are fantastic, and you know you can't and that's that wow from the ramp up from the pianos to that guitar hit. that's that's what I like to see in a song that does this, and encourages me in the spirit. Yeah, man, all the support, brother, all the support. And but let's get I'm talking too much. Let's get into it. And I talk about the guitar. I like the guitar. Guitar is like one of my favorite things to hear. But the drums kits that are used, and the hits and the cymbals and the things that he uses, the cowbell, the things that are being used for the drum kits are fantastic on every one of these songs as well. It's like, there are albums that are good and there are albums that are great, and but there are albums that are just they're a statement piece for a generation. I think, and these guys aren't known. They're not anyone special or fantastic in the world's eye, but in the kingdom's eye, I can imagine, cowbell. I mean, that's what it sounds like to me. But uh, the uh, the statement that this album makes, is for everyone who's ever kind of, at least to me, because since I was doing, I'm giving my honest opinions and thoughts. I'll get Andrew and Justin's. Uh, I will get Andrew and Justin's, actual what they think of the song. But for me, the Finding My Way Back album is for people like me. People like me who struggle, who, good Lord, thank you God. People like me who struggle, and we go through times of lows, like really low lows, and we go through times where we kind of slide back a little bit, and we're like in our own feelings or in our own way, and we need something to pull us forward, and not for nothing, but that's the hand of God reaching out. We're only ever one step away from Him. If we just reach our hand out, He's right there. He's right there, willing to pull us back, and you know the finding my way back isn't about you finding your way back. It's about you finding God and letting Him lead you back to where He needs you to be. And I know I'm talking a lot. Here's my one gripe with most of the songs on the album is that the vocals are sometimes they get so buried inside the instrumentals that it sounds really good in my ears, and I can hear it really well in my ears. But when I'm in the car or when I'm playing, listening to it like on my computer, the instrumentals do get the vocals do get kind of lost in the instrumentals. I'm not to take anything away from it. I understand this is kind of a new process for them both, and I'm giving them all the grace, and I'm not saying anything's bad about it. I love the song, I love the album, but for me, some of the vocals, like vocals in His Throne at the very beginning, kind of muddled in the instrumentals, kind of here in Holy Forever, and Awesome God, they're kind of really buried down in there a little bit. But other than that, that's probably my one gripe with the album, and I'll get it out of the way now so I don't complain about it later. But that's probably my one gripe is I would like to hear I would like to hear the vocals a little more forward, and not so buried inside the instrumentals. But that's like this. If I can be nitpicky, that's my nitpick.
Falling down in worship, sing the song of ages to the Lamb. And all has gone before us, and all who will believe will sing the song of ages to the Lamb. Your name is the highest. Your name is the greatest. Your name stands above them all.
But I will say that when the punchlines, when those punchy statements come through, somehow the chime ice bell. I knew it was a bell. I knew it was a bell, but I don't know things. I'm not an instrumental person. Gosh, out here schooling me in my own chat. But when the statements are hit, when that punchy like thing you need to hear, somehow, some way, that vocal rises above the instrumental and just comes out so powerful. And maybe that's the method to the madness. Maybe I just need to shut up and maybe Black for Media is saying, hey, we know what we're doing, bro. Like chill out. We got this. So hey, if there's no ill will, no ill judgment. And I had a personal opinion, I had a personal, honest thought about it. But hey, listen, I'm just some guy wearing a Ghostbusters t-shirt reacting to the music. And I'm not being hateful, but man, telling you what, these Black Forge praise guys, they kind of know what they're doing. Thanks. And I gotta give Justin his roses because he won't do it himself. But man, the way he carries those notes through that range, all the way up, fantastic. So he won't hype himself up, so I'll be the guy to hype him up.
And if you've been redeemed, sing the song forever to the Lamb. If you want
Side note: this is from my favorite guitar section in the entire album. That dun 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 dun. Dun. I love that part of the song. The only guitar part I like more is in the next song we're listening to, and I'll get to it in a minute. But I love that. I love that. Dun 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 dun. Love that part of the song. It's so basic, but for me, it just works.
Is the highest, your name is the greatest, your name stands above them above all thrones and dominions, all powers and positions, your name.
Do you hear that guitar behind that? The guitar behind it is making the statement musically as Justin is, making the statement so powerfully. It's just great. I'm going great, man. I got up this morning, I hit the gym, worked out with my kids, had some cereal, and here I am. I'm working for the next hour or two on some social media stuff, and yeah, doing great.
Stands above them Jesus, your name is the highest, your name is the greatest, your name stands above them above all thrones and dominions, all powers and positions, your name stands above them all.
All right, Holy Forever. And I guess another 20-second run, or 13, 14, 15-second runoff. And shout out to Chris Tomlin. I think he's the one who coined the song originally. And, it's a great worship song, if you're in church and whatnot. But, imagine how awesome church would be if this version of the song came out. If they started doing this version of the song. How much more fired up would your worship service be? It would be fantastic. So the next song is arguably my favorite song um, of the album. Love this song. I love everything about the song from the beginning to the end, everything in between. Love the song. But we have a treat for you guys because Andrew and Justin went on location to shoot the music video for this next song. So we're going to find that one. Nope, don't want YouTube music, but I will take this song. So let's go find these guys. Oh, this is my personal account. No, I don't want this. I want I want my account. Switch account. That account. Slight technical difficulties, people. I'll take my password. Ugh. All notification is crazy talk. Hey, listen. If you didn't want me to review it, you shouldn't have put it out there. But it's out there, so I'm gonna watch it. Here it is. My favorite song on the not on the planet, but favorite song from this album right now. We're gonna watch it together after the ads play. I'm sure. Oh, we're gonna full screen it for you guys. Come on. This is my favorite guitar part in the entire CD. I love this simple like this. I love that, and then what it leads into is just fantastic. I'm gonna try not to interrupt too much, but these guys put a lot of budget into where they went to film this music video. So give them some props down in the comments on this video. So good, so good.
I've been walking down a broken road with shadows.
Doesn't look like Harrisburg. I wonder where they went to film this videos. Looks like Nebraska or something. He's out in the middle of nowhere. But um, I love the song. Love the lyrics. Love like oh, this song for me was the one that like I was like, yes, this is the song for me. This is a song that I needed from this album. This is a song that speaks to me so you know powerfully, and it's just one of those ones where it's like everyone can relate to what's happening in the lyrics here, and it's just I just love everything about the song.
Heavy, a heavy load. I chased the world, I lost my flame. But in the silence, I hear your name. Through the dark, through the doubt, your light is calling me out. I'm finding my way back to you. Through the storm, through the ashes breaking through. Your love is the compass, my heart's a map. I'm finding my way back to you. Traded truths for fleeting lies.
Like for me, dude, this song is just it's so fantastic. Like there's nothing wrong with the song. I love everything about this song. It's just a fantastic song. AI. I don't know what state is abbreviated AI, brother. I don't know. I've never heard of that one. You mean HI? Did you go to Hawaii for this one? I don't know. It kind of looked like you were in Nashville there for a second. But in all seriousness, guys, this song is like this. Like when I heard this one, this was the probably so because Justin's my close brother, and I got a few tidbits before everyone else did. Sorry if they get you in trouble with your partner Andrew there, but I got a few tidbits. I heard pieces of songs before they were actually done, and I didn't. There wasn't a song that really jumped out at me except for this song. This song, when I heard the little bit of it that I heard, was Chef's Kiss. I was like, I can't wait to hear the song. When they finally released the song, they released it sometime in like the obscure hours of time. I was like, what is this? And I was like, oh, this is the song that I really liked. And I was like in it. And I think I've listened to this song multiple times a day. I've watched the video multiple times. I haven't liked it yet. like now. And uh, like look, my son Azrael loves the song. This is the other Uncle Jay song that he likes to listen to. So, oh man, I love this song so much. Let's continue watching.
Build my castles in the skies, but they crumbled, they fell apart. Now I'm rebuilding with your heart. Every step, every prayer, I feel your mercy repair.
Powerful, powerful lyrics, guys. You know, you build something up, but it's gonna crumble. But when you turn back to God and you allow yourself to be rebuilt in His image, be rebuilt by His standard, by His, His way, and you give everything to Him, every step, every breath, every action, every thought, every prayer, you're able to rebuild. And who you become out of that is better is eternity's better than the guy that you left in the dust, who was looking for worldly, acceptance, who was looking for materialistic, um um uh, materialistic gain. When you find God, He gives you all that and makes you all that, but you're not doing it for you. You're doing it because He needs you to be somewhere, because He has a way for you. Contrary to popular belief, God does not want you, poor and in the dirt. He wants you elevated. He wants people to see you because He wants you. You are His mouthpiece. You are His vessel. You are the thing that's going to show people who He is, because Jesus isn't here anymore. You are. You are the example that people are going to see when they see God, when they see Jesus. You are that example. You should never, ever leave your house wanting to be Curtis or Justin or Andrew. I'm just using our three names as examples because those are the three names I'm thinking of. Well, you should never leave the house wanting people to see those three men. You should want that house. All three of those men should be wanting people to look and see Jesus, and not for our own braggadocious ways, but just because the way we speak, the way we talk, how we handle, how we react, how we present ourselves, how we help, or even deny people certain things should be exemplary of how Jesus did it. And it's just, I'm just, I'm a ramble. I'm gonna get back to it.
Finding my way back to you. Through the storm, through the ashes, breaking through. Your love is the compass, my heart the map. I'm finding my way back.
Justin, is that an is that an earring? I guess. Let's just take it back one frame at a time. Where is it? I know I saw it. Here's where I saw a earring. That's definitely an earring. That's an earring, brother. So you just got an ear piercing in Alabama, uh, just just for this video, and then you just took it out when you were done. Oh, that's hilarious. I don't know how to screenshot from here. I'm dumb, so do that. Can I screenshot? Oh, I can't do it. Oh man, if I knew how, I would. Hold on, I gotta go back because I was laughing and I missed the beginning of the guitar solo. And I'm a huge guitar solo guy, and this one is great, and it's my favorite one from the whole album. So, come on, how can you not be all jacked up after a guitar solo like that? Let's go. White jean jacket incoming as well, huh? Oh, brother, if you show up to church in a white jean jacket, I'm gonna I'm gonna lose it. Yeah. Let me tell you what, fellas. This setting here, outrageous. I don't know where you guys filmed. This looks like you filmed it in the. Did you guys fly out to Notre Dame and film this in their cathedral, or is this the Vatican? I don't know. This is you guys got permission from the Pope to do this? Like that's crazy.
Finding my way back to you. Through the storm, through the ashes, breaking through. Your love is the compass, my heart the map. I'm finding my way back to you. I'm finding my way back to you.
Whoa! A whole orchestra? A whole orchestra. Good lord, you guys. I don't know how them Black Forge praise checks must be coming in clutch. Man, again, that guitar is outrageous. Outrageous. Righteous, righteous, righteous. No, I don't want to do that. Get me out of here. Nope. I have ads. I don't want ads with this. This is my professional channel. I'm switching back to my personal channel. Bing. So that was Finding My Way Back. My favorite song on the entire album. Obviously, the album's named Finding My Way Back, but such an awesome song. For those of you who don't know, that whole thing, I don't know how he did it, but I'm pretty sure Andrew did that with artificial intelligence. It looks awesome. And, I'm not one for artificial intelligence because I just don't know how to do all the crazy stuff with it, but fantastic song regardless. And killed it. They killed it. Just, it's no words. That needs a Grammy. It needs an Emmy. It needs a Dove Award. It needs all kinds of things. And, God, it's such a good song. But moving on to the next song. This is my second favorite song, and I didn't know this, but apparently "Rise Again" and "Awesome God" were on YouTube before this album came out. These are actually songs that Andrew did. I think this was an original song by him. I'm pretty sure. "Awesome God," obviously a slight cover, but I think it's actually pretty different than the original song. We'll get there. But this is my second favorite song. I love this song. I listen to this song at least way to work, way home, way to the gym, at least 3 times. I think one day because it's just a powerful, powerful song. Yes, I was corrected. Justin is in my chat and he's letting me know that Andrew did sing these 2 songs. So Justin is the powerful powerhouse behind His Throne, Holy Forever, Find My Way Back, and Back to the Light. I do, Justin, correct me if I'm wrong, but besides Holy Forever, obviously, did Andrew write Find My Way Back and Back to the Light? He wrote those ones, or did you write those ones? Oh wait, yes. So Andrew wrote these ones. These are all Andrew's songs. I'm pretty sure Awesome God's kind of got some tweaks to it that he did to himself. Holy Forever, obviously Chris Tomlin, but His Throne, I do believe, was written by the man himself, Justin Perini 44 Poor. And yes, His Throne, fantastic, fantastic job, brother. Love that song. It's great for the gym. Um, love listening to it. It's the other song that my son likes to listen to. So, but we're gonna listen to Rise Again. My favorite song. Again, this is one of the ones where I don't want to harp on it. This is one of the ones where the vocals kind of get buried a little bit in the instrumentals, but it's still the lyrics are so good. You just can't help it. So let's get into this. Also, very different song style. Like these songs are all very like we know what we are before we start. You know, like rock or really powerful. This one, this sounds like a hip hop song to start for me. But then you'll see. Come on, just like a good pounding drum solo at the beginning. Let's go.
And I fell hard, but I held on tight. Lost in shadows, searching for the light.
This song is so good. And it drives me nuts that the vocals are so, and that could be like something. Maybe I just like his voice. I understand because whenever I do music, I don't like my voice either. But I don't know. I don't know why it's so buried down, man. This lyrics are so good. They're so good. Lyrics are so good. Just oh man, I would love to. I love this song, but I would love to. Love to have the song like remastered and the vocals pushed more towards the forefront.
A whisper broke the silence in my soul. When I was sinking, you pulled me high. When I was broken, you taught me to fly. I will rise again, higher than before. Through the fire and the storm, I am yours. Oh, I will rise again. In your name I stand, unshaken, unbroken, held in your hand. The weight of doubt tried to crush my heart.
This is such a the way they structured this album as well. The way they structured it also super good because you're building the confidence and you're confronting who you are before you finally get to the Awesome God song, which is fantastic because you're reminding yourself that he's on the throne. You're worshiping him. You're understanding that he is holy forever, that he is not going anywhere. And then you start to find your way back, you know, for lack of a better source of words, and you start to understand you're walking down this broken road and you know you're confronting the things in your life that you know you need to change and the things you need to overcome, and then you get to rise again, and it's just like you're recognizing the doubt, you're recognizing, you know, the things that are holding you down or things that are trying to crush you or things trying to weigh you down and stop you from, you know, achieving where you're trying to get to. It's just the way they structured the album is it tells a story of redemption. It's just God, it's so good.
But grace stepped in and tore those chains apart. Now I walk where mercy paints the skies. When I was drowning, you gave me air. When I was lost, you held me.
And you know, not for nothing, Justin's a great vocalist, but Andrew crushes that range change so well. Like he climbs right through, sounds great, no breaks, no cracks. You know, maybe he did a little computer finagling, but it sounds very natural to me, and it sounds really good. So yeah, I just want those vocals to be higher, more in the front. Come on. know what that is in the background. I don't know what that song is. Yeah, man, good to your thing. I don't know what that sound is or what that instrument is, but man, that's such a cool like middle ground between the guitar and the drums. I love that. It's gotta be some sort of violin, something stringy. I don't got it. I can remember it now. I'll remember it. I ask myself the same question all the time. All right, that was I got another 20-second run off or so, but my goodness, what an awesome song! What an encouraging song! And we're continuing our journey of redemption here. You know, we're reminded he's on the throne. You know, worship and he's holy forever. He's not going anywhere. You know, we are understanding that we're walking down a wrong road. We're declaring ourselves that through the fire and the storms we are His. Let's continue this journey back to the light. This is the flagship song that I heard. And to be honest, the first version of the song I heard, I was not a fan. It sounded too melancholy. It sounded all depressing and sad and gross, and I wasn't a fan of it. But the final version that came out is just fantastic. It's my son Azrael's favorite song. We probably contributed about 150 of the 646 plays because we have to listen to it every time we get in the car. It's Uncle Jay song, Uncle Jay song. No offense, Andrew. He's just Uncle Jay is the singer, and he knows Uncle Jay's voice. But um, this is the one. This is the Back to the Light. I thought the album was gonna be called Back to the Light. I'm so glad they named it Finding My Way Back. But again, here we go. Let's get it. We got 2 songs to go, guys. 2 songs to go. Hang with me. And again, I'll talk about how much I love a good build up to a good crash through to a fantastic solo. Just awesome stuff.
Through the valley where shadows grow tall, a voice in the silence. I heard nothing at all.
such a powerful song just because of what you're doing in the song. What the vocals are taking us through. You know, we're moving back to him because that's where we belong. That's where we're supposed to be in the first place. We're not supposed to be out here wandering about, getting lost, you know, falling into pits. And only after you realize where you're supposed to be can you be called back. Can you turn around and say, "Oh, there's the light I've been looking for. There's the path that has been illuminated for me. There's the steps that have been ordered by his righteous right hand. There's his refuge. There's his strong tower. There's his protection. It's right there. And I just have to move back into that light, move back into that presence of God. And, it's where we are meant to be. And you can't say it any player than what he's saying in the song.
The skies turn dark gray. Every step is a battle. I fall as I pray, but your hand reaches through the coldest rain. You lift me up, you broke my chain.
What a powerful, powerful set of lyrics. Every step is a battle, you fall as you pray. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think a lot of people think that you need to be upright always and you can't be weak or you can't be downtrodden in your faith. And that's just not true because sometimes you find yourself in a hard place. Sometimes you find yourself in a hard way. And it's like your prayer, not to say that you waited too long. You should always it's like praying after you've been set on fire, but your prayer shouldn't falter regardless of what your prayer should be just as strong when you're walking high with God on the mountaintops as it is when you're low in the valleys. Mm. Because ultimately your prayer reaches him and he calls you and then he opens the way for you. So if you listen.
Now I'm breaking through the pain. Your mercy flows like a river's fade. Back to the light, back to the grace. Out of the dark, I see your face. Your love pulled me through the deepest sea. Back to the light, we're meant to be.
Here comes my second favorite guitar solo on the CD. I love this guitar solo. The way it starts, the way it crashes. Back to the Light. Fantastic song, flagship song. It's got the most plays because it's been out the longest. I think aside from Rise Again and Awesome God, I don't know how these songs didn't get any play. Before, if they were on YouTube, I don't know how they didn't get any play. You Black Forge Media, Black Forge Praise, you gotta work on your social media presence because you guys should be at way more plays than this. Oh, man, it sucks to see people put this much effort and work into the kingdom and to not see it where it should be. Like some clown on TikTok's probably getting millions of views on a song that sucks, and these guys have put all this work into all these awesome songs, all these awesome kingdom centered songs. But the story they're telling about redemption is fantastic, and wow, they need more. They need more. They need more stuff. I know it's not about fame and plays and views and all that crap, and I get it. But dude, these are the kind of songs that people can get behind, and that they should be getting behind, and that should be being pushed to the forefront. I don't understand. But we move. Final song, Awesome God. This song is a bit iffy for me. Um, just because it's the last song in the album, so obviously it's like I don't want the album to end, so it's kind of like the oh no, now it's only 6 songs. You listen to it in less than an hour. If you don't listen to me ramble, you can. It literally takes like 35 minutes, I think. But man, fantastic. Although I do love the instrumentals of this song.
When he rolls up his sleeves, he ain't putting on a ritz. There's thunder in his footsteps and lightning in his fist. And the Lord wasn't joking when he kicked them out of Eden. It wasn't for no reason that he shed his blood. His return is very close, so you better believe in that our God is an awesome God.
Okay, so I don't know why I thought the song was iffy. I think it's the same issue I have with the Rise Again song. Andrews, I don't it's like he wasn't confident in his vocals and he like tried to hide them behind the instrumentals, but his vocals are good. The lyrics are good. They're powerful. They're new. Like the Awesome God is kind of like a cover song, but it's kind of like a remix, I guess, of sorts. And the vocals are good. The lyrics are good. They're powerful, and I think it's the same issue I have with Rise Again. It's just I want to hear him more at the front. I want to hear him more. I mean, his vocals more punchy towards the top. Not so much hidden behind the instrumentals because there's nothing to hide. There's no reason to hide it either. They're good. They're good vocals, and again, maybe it's just a thing that he did when he wasn't feeling. Maybe he wasn't feeling confident when he cut the song. I don't know, but I think Rise Again and Awesome God are, their songs worthy of just as much playtime as all these other ones, you know, and maybe people write them off because they're not like again. Obviously, there's a lot of time. I think it feels like between Rise Again and these 4 songs here. I feel like there's a lot more production value in His Throne, Holy Forever, Finding My Way Back, and Back to the Light. I feel like there's less production time in Rise Again and Awesome God. I feel like they were kind of just he wanted to do them and he did them. It's at least what it sounds like for me. Again, we can clear all this up uh, once we get them both on the channel. But man, Andrew, your vocals are great. The lyrics are awesome. Stand tall, brother. Stand tall and just just put him out there. Ah, let's continue. Awesome song. Uh, Maybe it's just one of the ones I didn't listen to the most because I liked all these ones and I just never got to Awesome God as much. I don't know why I thought it wasn't one of my favorite songs, but honestly, the song's great. The lyrics are good. The vocals are good. The instrumentals are fantastic. It just need his vocals to be. I need them to be up here. I need to hear more. I want to hear more. I'm anticipating an awesome guitar solo right here. So there better be an awesome guitar solo right here. Or drum solo? I don't know. Let's find out. Didn't disappoint. That was fantastic. Ah, I love me a good guitar solo. And decent drums in the background too. It's good stuff. I like that. Let's finish strong, people. Let's go. I'm pretty sure I just heard Andrew do a little bit of self harmonization or backup vocals there. That sounded really good. Sounded great. I don't. Come on, Andrew. Be confident, brother. You sound good. And there you have it, the full album. What an awesome way to end the album. You start by reminding people that he is on the throne, and you end by saying how awesome he is. After you've gone through this, what it feels to me, again, this is my honest thoughts and opinions. What it feels to me is an absolute story of redemption, of finding your way back, so to speak, and discovering who you are in God and the things He has for you, and the greatness that He can perform in your life. You know, for the good of His kingdom. It's a fantastic album. I love listening to it. I listen to it every single day, pretty much every single day. And Um, yeah, if you guys, like, the music, definitely go give them a follow, go give them a like, go to subscribe to their music. They're already working on more songs, and I'm excited. If you see these guys, make sure you congratulate them. They are both very laid back. Don't want to be, you know, the face. I guess it seems like they're both very reserved in their stuff. Go give them some encouragement. Let them know, like, hey, you guys did a fantastic job. You guys sounded great. The instrumentals were awesome. The story is great and fantastic. Love it. I don't know if they'll do another album. I know they're doing a couple more I know they got a couple singles. So, but if this is the album you're gonna start and end on, what, what, what a project! But I'm gonna get out of here. Um, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Again, go check out the Black Forge Media, the Black Forge page. I don't know which one he prefers. And Justin Poor, go check him out as well. I'll leave their channels in the description, and you can go follow them because they do some. I don't know if Andrew does anything on his social media. He just posts songs, which go check those out. But Justin does some pretty funny comedy stuff and talks about the Word of God. It's very encouraging in a very unique way, and you'll find him enjoyable as well. So like, comment, subscribe to me. Go like, comment, subscribe to them, and put you guys in the next one. Peace out. God bless, and I love y'all.